Hey guys, it's Drea. I have a Bought It, Forgot It update for you. So this is a series on my channel where I take products from my collection that I have let languish for a long time and I test them out for a few weeks and now I can bring you a review. By the way, I got my nails redone. Oh my god, that last place I went to was a nightmare. They start peeling off within like 9 days. Got the bio gel this time, so hopefully we're all good. Okay, anyways, I am going to update you on the products that I used for the last month. Let's start with this. This is the Covergirl CG Smoothers Hydrating Makeup. This I would describe as much more of like a tinted moisturizer or like a very, very sheer BB cream, CC cream type thing. I don't know that this is really a foundation because it is very sheer when it goes on. I'm wearing this today, but I wanted to let you know that the way I've been wearing it, I did test it just by itself, but the way that I found that it works that gives me at least a little coverage and a little longevity is by using like a powder foundation on top of it to actually set it. So something with a little bit of color. This one just happens to be the Clinique Super Powder. You can use whichever one you want, but the point is this by itself really doesn't last at all throughout the day, especially if you're as oily as I am. And it also doesn't give you very much coverage at all. So that's why I'm combining it. At this point, like I just applied this makeup and I think it looks beautiful right now. But if we were like 8 hours in, forget about it. It'd be all gone. So unless you have super dry skin, or if maybe like I work with a lot of teenagers at my work, like they all have the most beautiful youthful skin and sometimes they're like, oh, what makeup should I use? And I always say, girl, don't put any foundation on. Like you don't need to cover that up. And but sometimes they want to. So I would suggest something like this, something very sheer for somebody who already has like really luminous skin, you know what I mean? This is a product that surprised me and this is why I love this series because sometimes you find things that are just awesome. This is from The Ordinary. This is the High Adherence Silicone Primer. This is like $5, guys. Like Sephora sells this, but it's $5. Okay, on it, and I can't remember where, maybe on the website. Oh no, it says Blurring Surface Smoother and Primer. I don't feel like this blurs. I don't feel like this fills in my pores at all. It really doesn't do that. But what this does, it like I can go in with a blurring primer first and then I'll just put this directly on top. This makes your foundation stick to your face and it will stay the whole day. So all of the foundations that I wear to work, like most of them I pick because they do last all day, but even with my most favorites, sometimes they'll come off on my chin or even a little bit on my nose or around here, like the oiliest parts of my face. And if I'm wearing this, they never come off. Like this stuff just makes my makeup last and last and last. Like my oil will still come through, but the foundation itself will not come off. I don't know, it's like this magical thing. I love this stuff. I highly recommend it if you have problems getting foundation to stick, especially to your nose. I know a lot of people struggle with that. Here's a little oldie but goodie product, but I also find it extremely annoying, and I'll tell you why. This is the e.l.f. Under Eye Setting Powder. I don't bake with this, I just set my under eye with it, and I don't feel like I get any creasing really throughout the day. It's just a nice setting powder. But the packaging on this, oi, like the packaging is horrendous. It is the smallest little pot, and by the way, I did see, I think they've repackaged this, but it's still a small tiny little pot. Like it's just a circle now. I saw it in Walmart the other day. Okay, anyways, normally it comes with a sifter. I take the sifter out because the sifter, like, how are you gonna get anything out of it with the sifter? You have to like do your little boop boop boo and then you have to do your little boop boop boo and it doesn't come out. So I take the sifter out, but then you're left with this. And I put my brush in and too much comes out, and what happens is it gets all around the side, see this? And it gets all over my fingers because I'm holding the pot and it goes everywhere. Like honestly, okay, and the other thing, this is e.l.f. pricing, so it's like $3, $3.99, I don't know, whatever it is. It's super cheap, but at the same time, look how much you're getting. The tiniest little amount. Like if you put this in a bigger package, you could put 4 times the amount, charge a little bit more, and it would be useful packaging. But really, like, I feel like out of all the e.l.f. products, this one rips you off the most because you think it's cheap, but you hardly get any. Like, you really don't. So It's good, but I really hate it at the same time. All right, let's get to my favorite out of all the products that I was testing this month. This is from Wet n Wild. This is the Rosé in the Air palette. This is what is all over my eyes today. I just wanted like a nice brown look, and I didn't really use this one brown shade a lot, so I wanted to give it more of a shot, this kind of shimmery brown right here. But today I did use 6 out of these shades, and I did use this like nice deep plum shade for most of the looks that I had already done, so I didn't do that today. But you guys, the mattes in here are so good. They really blend, they show up, they're pigmented, they're beautiful to work with, they blend out really easily. So these are pigmented but not too pigmented. So in the sense where I can put it on my eye and it'll look like ba-bam, but then when I start blending it out, it kind of softens and it blends really easily, and then it's not as crazy looking. So I really love the mattes in here. There are only 2 shimmers, the one that I'm wearing today, which I think is nice, and then this one here, which it's okay. It's fine for like the first hour you wear it, but it really fades throughout the day. Like it really, really, really fades. So that's probably, I would say, the only dud shadow in this palette. Everything else is wonderful. I love the color selection. It really is trying to dupe the Modern Renaissance palette, and while it's not as pigmented as those shadows are, it still blends really well. So I don't know, I think it's a really good alternative for the price. I got so many compliments every day that I wore this, the different looks that I did with it, just at work. Like people would just ask me, what are you wearing? And that tells me something. Like I've said that before in videos. When I am out in the world and people go, what are you wearing? That makes me go, oh, okay, that's a good one. Okay, so this lipstick, I'm not the biggest fan of this look together. Like I would never wear this color normally with this eye look, but this was what I was testing, so I wanted to do it for you guys so you could see what it looked like. This is the Essence Matte 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 Long-Lasting Lip Gloss, and it's in the shade Girl of Today. Okay, so it says lip gloss. It's obviously not a lip gloss. This is much more of like, it's almost like a hybrid of a lip stain and a liquid lipstick, the kind that does not dry down. In a sense, it kind of reminds me of the NARS Velvet Lip Glides in the way that it wears, because you'll put it on, it feels thick, and then it can kind of wear down where you don't feel that like stuff, you don't feel it on your lips anymore, but the color is still there after like an hour or so. So in that sense, I think it's similar, but it doesn't have that gel consistency of the NARS one. This is much more of a moussey consistency. So it's like very, I think you can kind of tell, it's like very moussey texture. The scent smells like black licorice, which I think is really weird for a lipstick product. I don't hate it, but I think it's weird. It's a great value. Essence makes really affordable makeup. Most of their makeup is really good. I like this, but at the same time, I hardly ever wanted to wear this because this is not a color that I normally go for. It's just a little too much of a deep pink. Like it's kind of this weird rosy pink, but very deep. I don't know. It doesn't suit me, I don't think. Like it's okay, but I don't love it. But the product itself, the actual formulation, which is probably what you guys care more about, I think is really good, and I would try it in a different color. Okay, so that was everything I used in the last month-ish time period, and here's what I'm going to be using for the next month-ish time period. So this is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Medium Coverage Foundation. I bought this last year. I tested it out for a while for you guys, and I remember liking it, but I also remember that it's not really for oily skin people. So look at this. Look at this. We'll talk about it more next month. So yeah, we're gonna test this out. I figured going into fall, I didn't really want to use another really hydrating foundation in the summertime, you know what I'm saying, like with the Covergirl one. So going into fall, I think it'll be better time to test this out. I also have this bronzer from Bare Minerals. I really, literally, just like the title says, I really bought this and then forgot I even owned it. This is a mini though. So I think I bought this, oh yeah, it came with a brush, which the brush was garbage. I threw it out. Anyways, this is in the shade medium. I also have this, which Alex gave me last Christmas. I don't know what my problem is, guys, with blues. Like, and on the one hand, I'm scared of blues. On the other hand, sometimes I'll use them and it'll be nice and I'll be like, oh, why don't I use blue more often? It's like my stupid problem that even look, I'm wearing blue today. Like, what is my problem with blue? I don't know. I need to get over it. So I'm going to be testing this out. This is a Sonia Kashuk Eye on Glamour 03. okay, we're gonna give this a try because I really have been too scared to use it, if I'm being honest. And then lastly, I was in the drugstore recently and I saw this and I was like, oh, that's a throwback. I need to buy that and just test it and see if I still like it, because I used to use this way back when Jaclyn Hill used to talk about it. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. Yeah, this is the classic. It's just like this really nice fluffy brush, exactly the kind of brush that I love. So I have used this a couple times already and I liked it for sure. So we'll get into it more next month, but I'm really excited to kind of use this again, and it's always fun to kind of do a throwback. So that's it for all the products that I did use and the products that I will be using. I always encourage you guys to play along. It's really fun. Dig through your collection, find something that you have forgotten about and pull it out. I have found holy grail products by doing this, like stuff that you hear me talk about all the time because I love it, and I had way back forgotten that I owned it and decided to give it a shot. So let me know in the comments what products you will be using. I really want to hear that. I really want to hear from you guys. That's it for today. If you're new around here, I'd love it if you subscribed, hit that button. You guys, my battery is flashing at me. I'm like trying to record this outro and I keep screwing it up. And if I just did it right the first time and wasn't rushing, we would be done by now. All right, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're speaking kindly to yourself, especially when you look in the mirror. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.